What it do? All right. Okay. Moon and Leo. So the moon's gonna be in Leo up until the 5th, this Friday. The moon has already made a conjunction with Mars. So you know, that was an emotional adjustment. I feel like with Leo moving through the sign of, with the moon moving through the sign of Leo, this kind of like this growing up maturation process that we're needing to kind of allow and establish. There's a certain I'm hearing a certain like quarantine, like there's this fixed, contained space. There's this sense of fulfilling, having some definition regarding what it is we stand up for, our story, what it is we truly believe in, and how we creatively express ourselves. Um, you know, this is an emotional adjustment. Coming off of that new moon in Cancer, there's emotional adjustments. Emotional adjustments being made. I'm hearing the word confusion. If anybody's feeling confused, just know that you're not the only one. And just know that, why am I hearing that line from that commercial, Wiz Khalifa? What's that commercial, Wiz Khalifa? I think it's a cookie commercial. He's like, they say playful's never done. We say fun is never done, or playtime's never done. I'm hearing that for some reason for this moon transit. I'm gonna just pull some cards for y'all and just get the energy for this moon in Leo. I was trying to go to bed, y'all, but I couldn't go to bed. So I said, let me get up and do this reading for this moon transit for these next few days and see how I feel. Shit is getting real out here, y'all. Shit is really getting real. Ooh, okay. Yeah, ego battles. And this is what I mean by shit is getting real. Let me just tell y'all. So I had a call. Someone called me today that I like expected to call, that I was thinking about. And I had to like really, really come up with the strength just to tell that person something that I was truly, truly feeling. And with the Five of Wands energy, with that being said, this Five of Wands energy can indicate certain ego battles, competition, having, needing to be right, needing to be, needing to be seen in a certain light, needing to be right. But with that energy comes disconnection because, when you're fumbling around to make yourself be heard or to impress upon your story to people, a lot of times that what you're saying, if it's coming from a place of ego and it's coming from a place of judgment, you find yourself misaligned, completely unaligned. So I correlate this card to Leo because Leo is the 5th sign and it's a fire sign and this is a wand sign. So what this tells me is that people are in a state of confusion. I'm hearing the word confusion. There's some misdirection, misalignment. You're probably, getting into arguments with people, having ego battles, energetic. I'm hearing life force, over, life force energy, life force attacks, Five of Wands. This is no direction. This is unproductive energy, So everybody, like I said, it's an adjustment, we just had the new moon in Cancer. Cancer's the 4th house. Family, nurturing, what we truly connect to on a soul level. So family issues, job, I'm hearing job constituencies, just needing to realign. Like there's just this energy of needing to completely realign, and come into more of a state of congruency. And the Five of Wands energy is not good energy. I'm hearing the word recalibrate. This is all about your energy being scattered, and I'm hearing the word dismissed. Dismissed. Okay. Three of Wands. Readiness. A sense of readiness. I'm hearing in my head, you don't choose the path chooses you. And then we have the High Priestess. So these next couple of days, Moon be passing through Leo. And, this is really, really the energy where we can choose to take the high road, to choose to be in peace, to choose higher thought, to choose fate. There's energy of choosing fate, Okay, so this is the thing. When the Five of Wands comes up, there's always another choice. The Five of Wands is coming up to tell you to make a different choice. Make a different choice with how you approach people, with how you approach places and things, just situations that you feel passionate about. Whenever the Five of Wands comes up, it indicates that there is passionate feeling. There is passion. You have something that you want to bring, and this can indicate that you're feeling blocked, that other people are in your way, or that you're just not in alignment. You're just not in alignment ultimately with your purpose, because you're fighting, and it's not productive. There's no productivity in choosing your ego over. And sometimes we do have to choose our ego, and that's something that the Moon in Leo is showing us as well, that sometimes spirituality is not all do and candles burning. Spirituality is standing up for your motherfucking self and saying what the fuck needs to be said. So I'm sensing the energy of a lot of that, and that was what the call that I mentioned earlier that came in, that was a lot of what that was about. There were things that were on my heart that I needed to say that, while my voice may have shook a little bit while trying to find the words to describe it, I still stood firmly in speaking my truth, and ultimately I was better for it. So there's a lot of that energy too. Three of Wands indicating that there is a movement towards the future. Leo is very futuristic in their approach. They kind of go against the status quo of things. They have their own creative self-expression, and it's across from Aquarius, so that's the sign of the future and the hopes and dreams. So what I see here is this move. I'm hearing in my head a move towards change. I'm hearing a move towards coming out, to come out of something, to reveal. The High Priestess is intuition, psychic awareness, looking beyond the veil, seeing beneath, seeing things that other people don't see. So there's an energy of kind of taking the higher perspective, Okay. And then Ace of Swords. Okay. So I have the High Priestess sitting alone by herself, and then I have these three together. Because what all this indicates to me is that within all of the emotional, passionate forthcomingness that we are all navigating through right now, that we're all adjusting to this new realm of passion and sovereignty and, self-expression, committing to a new self-expression, it feels to me, like a recalibration. These moon cycles are important because the moon is our emotional body and it's what we're nurturing. Whatever sign the moon is going to, that is the energy that is being felt, nurtured, and responded to. And so with Leo, I'm hearing all hyper. We're like all like in this hyper ventilating. We have great expectation. Like there's a great expectation on the horizon with the moon being in Leo and with Mars being there and Mercury. So these are a lot of our core, like very individualistic planets. Like these are planets that function really create the makeup of our personality. So when you're talking about Mars, which is Aries, which is the I am, which is the child, which is the willpower, your fighter in you. And then Mercury, which is all about how we think, communicate, our neurological system. There's nervousness. There's some challenges. There's some challenges to, there's some challenges. There's some people, some places, some monsters to compete against. Some challenges. I think it's funny that the moon is going through Leo, and this is not a lion, but this is the tigress. This is telling us to, we're becoming more psychically in tune. There's a psychic move right now. This is more psychic than anything. We just remain in your psychic knowing, remain in the higher realm, remain in your higher sense of sovereignty, where the energy may, start to seem a little scattered or get scattered is when your focus is not right. Everything doesn't deserve a response, and that is the overall message for this moon. Like, everything doesn't deserve a response. Everything doesn't need to be, because that's the thing about Leo. Leo knows how to create their world. And Leo, there's that childlike joy. There's that that innocence almost with Leo. To where there's kind of almost this disregard for not logic, but disregard for things that what word am I looking for Leo? They just know how to really project. You understand what I'm saying? They know how to project onto others. They know how to win over people's hearts. Leo has such loud, boistering, commanding presence, and when they know how to use their voice and their hands and, put on that show, they become so believable. That's what I'm trying to say, is that everything doesn't deserve a response, and you need to save a lot of the energy. And now I'm hearing a song by Whitney Houston, who is a Leo, and it's so I'm saving all my love for you. So that's the energy that we're moving into, is just kind of really saving all the love that you have for yourself. You don't need to engage in unnecessary conflicts with other people. Even if that conflict is coming your way, you can make a choice not to engage with it. So, the High Priestess right now is kind of sitting off on her own, kind of watching the procession take place, psychic, intuitive, wanting to gather information, seeing beyond the, the regular five senses. This is a intuitive knowing, a psychic awareness, coming into a higher awareness, just because it's that important right now. It's that critical that whatever's going on, whatever challenges or whatever petty arguments, whatever ego battles, competition. This could even be for many of you within your own home. I'm feeling within your own home, um, within a place where you're supposed to have peace, or within a place that's just familiar. There could be some passive aggressiveness. We're just coming out of the new moon in Cancer solar eclipse, so people really, really right now don't know what the fuck. Like, people really have to just trust fate. Like, this is what this reading is about, is really just trusting fate. And even if people are coming at you with that bull, and it may seem like you have to respond to it, but don't. Like, there's so much power in picking and choosing your battles. Let me tell you, the Ace of Swords is like the biggest energy here, because the Ace of Swords, it stands on its own. It's undivided. There is a particular idea or perception or concept, within your mind that is giving you the clarity and is giving you the goal, the red light or the green light, excuse me, to move past all of this. Whatever is here that is swelling. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, infinite potential. I think that for many of us, it's about just knowing our true potential, and I think that when people have perspective, on their true potential, you wouldn't want to waste any of that on senseless arguments, senseless beef. Three of Wands is basically telling you to gear your mind, like, past the bullshit, past whatever is making you feel discombobulated, out of alignment. You're giving the gauge. You're being given the perception. It's like the universe, is telling you, everybody right now, I'm giving you a vision, and there's gonna be some obstacles in the way. But those obstacles are just here to play. Those obstacles are just here for you to play with and to pick and choose how you deliver your energy. It is very, very important at every moment that we master our energy. This Leo moon transit is helping us to master our energy. There is a very potent energy of mastership. Leo is a master. Wow. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Celebration. Merging. Now I'm completely interested in the blue here because this indicates throat chakra. And now I'm hearing that song, Go Tell It on the Mountain. And I'm hearing, whoa, that morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a land where in joy and sorrow I'll fly away. Four of Wands is a celebration. There's a merging, harmony. There's mental, there's a whole shift. We're shifting. This indicates to me a shift. That there, that contained feeling, the feeling that something is complete, that you've contained something is balanced, something is coming into a sense of even divine perfection. Everything is as it should be. There's a feeling of everything is as it should be right now. So it's important that we look towards the future. It's important that we really project our energy outside of our surroundings. If anybody's in a situation, a living environment, a work environment, just a day-to-day routine in which there's hostility, and there's negativity and it feels like maybe you're in a prison, or you feel like you can't really move much further than that, vibrate higher. Vibrate higher. That's what this Ace of Swords is all about. This is the highest vibration. This is your knowing. This is you having all the right information, like you knowing the next step, you championing something. You have this new perspective that really comes from source, that's been delivered to you from source. And then Daughter of Wands, okay. I'm hearing new challenge. There's new passion stirring up. That's the thing. I feel like by the end of this moon transit going through Leo, there's gonna be brand new fire, brand new fever, a brand new pursuit. I'm hearing a divine pursuit, a brand new pursuit though. We spark a new flame, we spark a new vision, we spark a new interaction that sets us ablaze, and we go for it. We're just eyes wide open, almost this feeling of, eyes closed, running eyes closed, and yeah, so this is the moon that's, going through Leo for the next couple of days, y'all. And I really love doing these moon videos. I feel like they really help us to keep up with a tempo, the certain pulse, the tempo of the time. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. And yeah, moon gonna be in Leo, so use it wisely, use this transit well, use it to really create your own future, use it to create your own sense of self-expression, use it to create your world, your stage, your play. Do something crazy, do something you've never done before, do something like, go to a movie and throw popcorn. I don't know, what I mean? Like, do something childish, do something freaky, do something that's just freakish, something that completely is outside the norm. Do something to help break yourself out of that, whatever this, it's a shift. We're needing to emotionally shift. Emotionally, we're needing to see the facts. We're needing to feel the passion for what it is we need to feel. And then from there, we just emotionally shift just because it's for the best. And so I was shuffling through some cards just now, and so the last card I'm going to pull out is Leo. That was the card at the bottom of the deck. Leo. Strength. Mastering our mind, mastering our emotions, coming to a place of sovereignty and knowing, rulership, knowing what it means to rule your mind, your body, and your soul. Point blank period. Because y'all, we're coming into different times. I'm not just popping out the woodworks, even though I am. I'm popping out the woodworks, because I know that I've been called for a particular assignment, a mission, to really help God's people. And when I say God's people, I mean those who are sensitive, those who are psychically empathic, and those who truly have a gauge on the true reality that most people cannot see but affects us every day. Void of where you live, void of, what religion you serve, void of what political stance you take. Everything is everything. We are all one body. And, even me saying that is me planting a seed to work to progress. I every day am working towards emotional, spiritual, and youthful process, but progress. That's what this moon in Leo is about making progress, So regardless of any negativity, we have to make progress. We have to feel like we're progressing, that we're moving towards our hopes and our dreams, and by any means necessary. So I'm not saying literally, go to a movie theater and like order popcorn and start throwing popcorn. But what I just mean is, get out of your feelings, get out your feelings and create a new feeling. If it's that serious to you, if it's that deep, create something from it and have something to show for it. So peace, love, and light. All the good is in sight. Blah.